Oh. You searching for players for 3v3? Not really, not really. Like, I'm playing 3v3s here oftentimes on stream. Like, always open to join in generally. But yeah, not actively looking for partners. Let's say that. Not really planning. Like, that I didn't play as much wasn't the reason because of that was not because I didn't have people to play, let's say that. It's not feeling like grinding it too much. But yeah, let's jump right in. We have a nice game right here. We have the Razy Centist, which I think is Stefan. Pretty sure. We have Maxu, as Maxu. We have Sapphire Lix, playing the Horse Clan over here. Maxu on the Wolf, by the way, and Stefan on the Squirrel. On the other side, we have the same picture. Manny playing a Wolf. Flash on the Horse. Nice Town Hall. And we have Torkel on the Squirrel. I haven't heard the name yet, but must be pretty good. You also got the Rim Steel roof, so it must have been Rim Steel. Must have been Rim Steel. Let's check the map now. A fully mirrored game. Neutral wise, we have Kobolds and Gigantes. We also have the Dwarven around. So triple neutral map. Generally, quite a bit of hunt around, so the Wolf will be pretty happy on this map. There's a few Jogger, but mostly food. There's also some Jogger. Yeah, I think that's a very, very healthy mix here. It's not too crazy on the... well, there's some bears. Some bears, some boars around. So the wolf will have a good time here, probably. General wolf spawn, instant dog. With the iron blocked by 2 foxes. So it could be better. But it is alright. I think it is alright. Yeah, this view, we can completely forget about that. So you can do something out of it. You have all the resources you need. You get a shipwreck, which is very, very helpful. So you can delay the Woodcutter's Lodge for a long time. And basically then go for an early extra camp. Clear these out. Go wild. But actually nice to know. To see if anybody of them will go double axe thrower. No, 1 axe thrower. Because I've seen that in the game before. He will actually also kill the axe thrower here. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Just cycle the axe thrower through. I could think about still killing that wolf with it, but doesn't even really need it. That you could run around with the axe thrower and try and save it, like basically tile dance, but that would take a lot longer time to actually go for the iron and destroy your Zerker timing a little bit. So going for it straightforward can be helpful. We can see over here. You were tile dancing a little bit. Now he definitely needs to tile dance now, because otherwise he will lose it. The rest needs to be tile danced. Yeah, we will definitely see a bit delayed. Will that be a big delay? I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure, but I think it will come out at a bit of a delay here. For the Zerker, because, well, he also got delayed by the attack. So maybe that will even out a little bit. He just started building his mine, so he can't be that far behind. He can't be that far behind. It's basically the most interesting thing for us to look at. The scroll. Torkel right here needs to defend himself from a wolf. All villagers fine, so nothing really happened. We already saw Flash clearing himself here. Whatever he needed, I'm pretty sure Sapphire will come to the same conclusion. No, just started out. Chief just came out. Wolf attacked just when the chief is over there. That is Northgard. That is Northgard for you. just decides to let the farmer die here. Coming over with the chief again, now being able to take the tile and being fast on the next one. Over here, nothing too special, basically just waiting for Maxu. Maxu has started to take the iron. We have 14, almost 50%. We have 13, and we can't see how much exactly. 13 almost done. Okay, so basically 1 iron in front here. I don't think the difference is gonna be that huge. I think both of the teammates will be cleared here before the winter comes over. But yeah, Mane, just that little bit faster. Second chief here for Flash. Sapphire must be just slightly behind. Just taking that rune just now. But also not the world of a difference here, but a little bit of a bonus here. And both of them over at Mane's team here, so right now feels like they having the better 800. But only by a slight margin. Only by a very slight margin. Other than that, he's just going for the farm. We can already see that over here. The farm was already rolling the whole time. So, slight differences in the build here. Max are already going for the dock. We don't see that for Mane yet. We don't see that for Mane yet. The healers are out though. Healers should be out here already, yeah. So, definitely quite good move here to go for the dock right now. Mane should have the wood for it. I don't know. He's really saving 4, but he's also not really in a hurry. It's just a little bit of extra gold that you can make while running around the map. Definitely welcome that. They don't know how much food there is on this map, so it feels like really worth. From our perspective here, we can see how much food there is. You can, okay, I just sent the Zerker out. I'm gonna have basically infinite food as long as I have my healers around. So I can just get my dock and yeah, go. Yeah, Mane also getting the dock right now down. Probably seeing how much food there actually is on the map, and that you're never gonna have a problem with having these 2 villagers not going for food but for gold as early as possible. I think Maxu is already not quite running it yet. He's getting distracted by another wolf attack over here. Can definitely say the one thing I would still like would be to have actual sounds for the players. You always gotta watch out that you click on the player so you get their sound. But even then, it fails. Like, what would I need to... Oh, do I need to jump out of spectator maybe? No. It's still something, but I can hear him now. But I hear rat. Ha. If somebody knows how the sound works out on the on the spectator mode, I'd be really happy to know. So Maxu clearing over here, coming, helping his mate out. Sapphire will get a low villager over there, but already got healers, so doesn't mind that much. Doesn't really mind that much. Yeah, in general, looking extremely similar here from both sides currently. We have the bird taken. The bird also taken over here. Pretty far, actually. So yeah, there will be quite some scouting here from the birds already in the earlier times of the game. I do not know if they will not attack each other in 801 or if there will already be some action here early. The clans don't really tell the whole story that they need to be aggressive here in the early game. They can definitely take it over to 802 without any problems, but yeah, not completely sure what the plan will be here. Currently, I don't know in which eggs I would put my baskets because it's still so open. Like, we have a tiny bit more gold here for Stefan. Also, healthy amount of tiles currently. But Torkel on basically the same amount of tiles. Even more. Even more. Wait a second. Ho ho. Just getting the gold over here. Yeah, it's just doing just fine. It has a bunch of food ready. It's a bunch of food ready. A lot of villagers still working. Therefore, Stefan very much focusing on the wood production here throughout the winter. Will be able to build a lot of food buildings right when the next year comes in. Thing is, I don't know how we will get the food for this one. But the fish soup is going out. And we have Stefan coming with the, not Stefan, we have Mane coming out with the second extra to clear out the Draugr over there. Maxu still staying on one. It's always an interesting situation. I feel like in games where you feel like, okay, this game is gonna end up in an 801 game, there's gonna be aggression in here. Getting the second extra out when the map contains a lot of food is a good idea. It is generally very good. The only problem when you have two extras is when you run out of food at that point. And you need to slow down the rest of your eco too much. Like, you want to get your upgrades, you want to get so much stuff. Like, the second extra can be a bit of a burden there. But if you are able to get enough food for that by just killing enough neutrals that are on the map. If the map actually gives you enough neutrals, right? Sometimes there is so many joggers on the map that you can't really feed yourself. So the second extra can be tough. But if there are enough foxes, wolves, bears, and boars, hell yeah, get the second extra here. However, if the game goes a little bit longer, it can happen that you run out of clear before the attack is really happening. And like stuff to clear. And then having a second extra out, even on a food heavy map, can be annoying. But I think Mana is definitely aiming at stealing some of Max's food here. I've got a bit of a feeling here that he's got a devious plan here to steal a little. Forge is going up instantly. Is already forging here. Very good, very good. Shield bearer upgrade first. No, wow, okay, okay. Not actually. Extra upgrade already done. Yeah, that's what not having a second extra can give you. Just a little bit more extra time in the eco. Right now, clearing the foxes here with the extra, with the eagle strategy, let's say. Going pretty well, not taking any unnecessary damage. That should be rather nice here. And throughout all that time, you can just heal your chief and get ready for the next one. Very, very nice. What happens here? He already got its farm up. He needs a bit more food. I don't know if he wants the second food tile here or if he's actually instantly gonna focus into going. Nah. There we go. Okay. Something went wrong here. This is not the wolf clan. And he had cooking mastery. He's actually putting it into instant meals here. First meal. Super early into the game. Just lovely. What's going on in the other team? Are the meals also out? I think they're not quite. I think they are not quite. They are. They are. It is happening here. Meals on both of the sides. Very early into the game. Very, very strong here from both of the scrolls. Still having double extra here. Going with the... I'm just gonna call it eagle strategy, right? It's basically just like how you should clear with 2 extras when you get the chance. And we got the second extra also out for Maxi right now. Delayed it a little bit longer, therefore got the upgrades a little bit earlier. So maybe weighing up here a little bit. He never went for the double X thrower clear. How we saw for many so often. So he wasn't really tile dancing with them at all. Therefore, should be able to clear them a lot quicker. Maybe had a little bit of downtime for healing then. Always the up and down sides. This is like the god tile when you want to build an offering well. Like you literally have giants, you have kobolds, and you have dwarven. Like, if there's a time to get overcrowding and build 2 offering wells on one tile, this is the tile, man. This is the tile. Holy moly. Like, everybody's gonna be your friend. Then you just gotta find a way to colonize over here and do the same thing. Like, this is value. This is what we're talking about when we're talking about value. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Forge going up here. Upgrades coming in for Torkel. Stefan? Not really thinking about that now, right? Does he even have iron? No, he doesn't have the hands on his iron yet. He's so focused on getting meals out that he never really took a second food yet. Which is a little hurtful. Since the second food will definitely help you in the long run. Second food here up and running. With the silo on it on top of that. Here we don't even have the tile taken yet. Therefore, going for the for the wolf cave here. The wolf cave giving you meat production. This is pretty important when it comes to squirrel, right? Having that meat production going for you. Over here, can't really. Oh my god. Oh my god. Insanity. Also has this for a while already, so just huge. Just huge. This area he doesn't have with the forest. It is also bonus meat production. It's not as much though, it's not as much of a difference maker. The thing is, when you push out ratatouilles, which in my opinion is one of the best meals that you can push out, since they are also going for ratatouille, I feel like they have the same opinion about that. It will give 8 food, wood, and crowns to you, and half of that to your teammates. And the majority that you pay for it is meat, basically. This is the main ingredient that you need to pay for it. 100 to just do it. And if you want to double the power, so basically get it up from, it's not even doubling the power anymore, right? When you want to go for 6 of each resource to 8 of each resource, you need to pay 200 extra on top of that. Of the 100 meat you need to do for the +6 ratatouille. So 300 meat for a big ratatouille. The 2 meat production from here you get from taking a wolf tile makes a big difference. So, Maxu. Running around, we're getting to the point where the map has more or less been cleared. And this is what I mean. You've been standing around with your axe throwers for a little bit of a while now. Really thinking about what you're gonna do. You can go for nothing really anymore, right? You don't want to kill the dwarven. You can't really kill the Jotna. So at this point, you're just vibing, not really doing anything. So this is why I sometimes only get 1 axe thrower. If I know, okay, it's not gonna explode in 801. Because if he doesn't steal too much of me and I don't have the axe thrower, I feel like I took a bit of a lead having a permanent villager in my eco, while also getting everything cleared, and not having to stand around with an axe thrower now. Because when you only have 1 axe thrower on a wolf, you can always convert it back into a villager. It was free, right? As soon as you get the second one, you feel like, this costs 36 gold. I don't want to do that. Like, kind of, sometimes it would just be good to do that. Just get rid of it. Okay. Cleared the tile out. That is another tile for links here. We have scouting from Flash. Upgraded scout camp. Is the scouting already happening for their side? It is. Yeah, it is happening. Scout camp on the main tile? Huh? Overplaying that, of course. Does he even go for quality of life? He didn't. That might be the reasoning for that. Maybe he's just fully playing for brewery and cutting out of quality of life. Well, it would be quite a few bonuses here, right? Right now it would give you 3 happiness, 4 happiness. I don't think that's too bad. If you then put the scout camp somewhere else, it's 5 happiness. It's pretty huge, honestly, right? I feel sometimes quality of life can be overrated when you are playing kind of into the early game and you only get like 3 happiness out of that. But in this situation here, it seems kind of big. Seems kind of big. Still pushing out meals here. There's the next ratatouille. There's the next ratatouille. The timings are so similar. Like they're really like in the perfect rhythm, you know? The frequency of meals is there. We can already see that Torkel doesn't even know where to put all his food anymore. Which is pretty good when you go into the second winter. Because throughout the second winter, you usually expect it to meal. A meal takes 2 months, so you're gonna do 1 meal mid-winter. And then you have 1 minute out of winter to basically get ready for the next meal. In a situation where it gets harder and harder to actually do that. Because the cost of meals is directly bound to how many villagers are around in your whole team. And your villagers and the villagers of the horse will definitely explode throughout that time. Like, the number will now get very, very high. For the wolf, not so much in my opinion. Can probably check this out. So we have 19 and 20. We have 21, 27, and 21 and 25. I think I've mixed the teams here, right? It's still 21 and 25, it doesn't change. But yeah, the villagers for them will now get higher and higher. There's already a few camps going down. Some harassment here by Manny. Maxu were here to block it. Like I said, nothing to clear anymore. Basically, just waiting for the event to come here, I guess. Let's see, Maxu has a pretty annoying tile here. Triple Draugr attack on the other side of the world. Let's see, maybe he just gets a little bit of extra army to clear them out. Should be, nope, not similar situation here for Manny. I think it's alright when it comes to Draugr attacks. Arguably, this year is even worse. Since Manny went for a little bit of eco here back in the tile. And having the Draugr attack on the Draugr tile, on your eco tile, is super annoying, basically. Even more annoying than having it like on a tile, which doesn't matter that much, right? You're getting something in here. You're getting something interesting in here, which is the warrior upgrade. But man, if it just finishes a little bit later and you got some time to run home, it's not as bad as having it on your eco. Therefore, you have a triple Draugr attack over here. And you only have double and singular attack. Which I think the more you split them up, the easier you make it, right? Imagine having 1 Draugr attack, 1 and 1. This wouldn't be much of a threat. But having 3 Draugrs in 1 tile? How do you even clear that? Especially with villages. So lore meal here. Bit of a lore meal, huh? They're still straight going with ratatouilles. I think is alright. Doesn't have the forest still. Doesn't care about that all too much. Triple Draugr up here. I'm pretty sure Maxo can deal with that. Otherwise, Gordon Ramsay is not even out yet. I want to note that, right? No Squirrel Chief out here. Just 3 unupgraded stoves. And full push on meals. Full push on the meals. Their man is coming back. We even have 2 towers here. For Sapphire. You don't see that all too often. There's a little bit of harassment coming. He should be able to take down the tower. Should be, what is it again? Like nah, I think it's 86? Somewhere around that. Military experience for killing a tower. So I would take that. Would definitely take that. And look how quickly that tower goes down. My god. 33 attack, Egil. Tower doesn't even matter. What do you build towers for, guys? Worthless. Eagle just comes, hits it 3 times, and it's gone. My god, that were 3 mil XP. Holy moly. Holy moly. Not gonna lie, man, I thought these towers would do way more. Like, I didn't think they never gonna hold them back, right? But they're at least gonna do more damage before they take them down. But no. Flash with a little bit of an distraction attack over here. It's only 1 shield bearer. Will now be forced to run home. This is a shield bearer. This is not a bodyguard. So should really watch out to not get caught in the tile here, because the bodyguard cannot charge, but oh yeah, the chief can charge, of course. The chief can charge too. So yeah, as soon as you get too close, you're just gonna be absolutely toasted up by the chief. More pressure here by Mane, while Maxu was doing something at the other side. It really much seems like Mane has Invader here. The tiles get decolonized so quickly. I would check, but I don't want to jump out of that here. Yeah, tiles will be lost. Ay. Yeah, Mane is doing big pressure here. Maxi on the other side, but the horse just converted the big army and pushes them home. A lot of shield bearers here, so very, very dangerous. I feel like shield bearers block each other way too much, as if Egil could actually die here. They're not as much as a threat as warriors once used to be. You just can't kill. Okay, the other horse also pushing out army. He went into warriors though, therefore no charge. No charge on the warriors. Means you can't really hunt them home. Question is there even enough to win this fight? Gotta respect Egil here and how powerful he can be. Lost a bunch of... Oh my god, this is disgusting. Lost so much of the territory there. Yeah, Mane with quite a good micro there. And Invader definitely making a huge difference. But also, Maxi wasn't really able to do damage to the horse here because it just pumped out. Look at this. Just bang, 16 army. What's up? He's gonna take the fight here. Probably well knowing that it is probably over. His horse lost a lot. He's gonna get attacked by 16 warriors here. Ah! It actually went pretty good here for Maxu, you've gotta say. Like, he's killed so much here. There's still... Oh my god, no. Oh my god, no. The other horse just, like Flash, just pushed out way too much. Way too much army there for him to deal with. While Mane here on the other side is definitely doing work. So the horse can't really engage against Mane. On this side, Maxu can't engage into the horse. Very, very tough one. And it is a Genephiun's Jar horse. So he went for the Happiness Relic here. Happiness Relic and Lore Relic. Probably Lore Relic first, I'd get. Okay, more scared of Flash than Bash Bob. You think so? When it came out, and how much has it changed? It has changed a bunch, I can tell you. If you feel like you definitely can drop around. There is a lot of neat changes. Bit of a fresh painting. taking the fight here. I think there's too much green, man. There's just too much green. I think they might not be able to clear that. Will they? There's just so much shield bearers, man. So many. But they're microing it really, really well. They might even survive here, but holy. They were not supposed to. That is huge damage, though. That is absolute disgusting damage. The units barely survive here. Barely. It was a good defense. Over here, Mane taking out the horse. Taking out the horse. Yeah. Just unlucky that your fields got pressured that early and basically absolutely dismantled. A little bit unlucky. Like, Maxi had a choice. Either he goes over to Mane, helps his mate, or he goes over and pressure the other horse. And the other horse just way more ready to handle the situation there. Just way more ready to handle the situation, you gotta say. Unlucky. Unlucky. The surprise factor could have been huge. It could have definitely been huge, but I think also it would have probably not also, been all too fruitful to jump over to Sapphire and help all the time. Because in the end, Flash would have just pressured on the other side. He started pressuring before already. So he definitely knew what he was doing. Trying to split the focus there. Not an easy decision in that moment. Like, even with overview status, I didn't really know. Like, I can see everything, right? I know how much gold everybody has. I know it all. But even I, in that situation, would have been sure what could have you could have done. What would have been better. If it would have been better to help over on the other side. Like, at this side, we can at this time we can basically say it because, yeah, we saw that. Yeah, GG's, guys. Very well played. Very well played. We now know that the that Flash had that much gold left that he could just easily, yeah, fight against Maxu there. Like, defend the pressure. Ay. Running around with the chief there. I mean, yeah. Well, can we check the stats over here? We can. That is really cool. Yeah, pretty good army there from Flash. Just insane how quickly he was able to react to that. We can also see that at the produce gold. Started producing gold a lot earlier. Sapphire with a few more buildings upgrades, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure with a few more building upgrades. Went a little bit more into the late game. Probably not too aware how early this game would basically climax. Let's say that. Wasn't too ready for that. But other than that, went a lot of meals. Torkel with a lot more ratatouilles. Basically full ratatouilles here. I like that, man. I don't know, I just really, really like my ratatouilles. I think putting a fish soup here and there in between can be really good. But, man, ratatouilles are nice, man. I don't know. It's really hard to say. I think it depends on which clan combo you have, right? When you have a clan combo with clans that really, really benefit from getting some extra lore, then I feel like this really, really makes sense. Other than that, I don't know. I'm also putting them in between, to be honest. Was thinking about building Alta, but then we got attacked. Ah, yeah. Yeah, but definitely a little bit more of an aggro. Aggro in the air, let's say that. I built one while attacking. Ah, yeah. That can also make sense, right? Can make sense. When you got the gold, you can, of course, make that happen. Was definitely quite a nice game to watch it. Quite some pressure there on Sapphire. Pretty good pressure there. I'm very sure that Invader was in there. I didn't want to check if you actually had Invader, because then I would have missed the fight, but I'm almost certain that it must have been Invader. Otherwise, the tiles just don't decolonize that quickly. And yeah, I don't know what I would have done at Maxus. In Max's position. If I would have run over to Sapphire to help out, I know 2000% that Sapphire would have wanted that. Maxu comes home and helps out. But it can be a great move to then say, okay, no, Flash is gonna annoy me on my side all the time, so I just run over into Flash territory and just try to have the surprise factor at that point. But at that point, Flash actually had the surprise factor because he was already at 1k gold. So you were just able to cold-heartedly get a big army out, push Maxu home. Maxu couldn't really engage into that anymore. In survival mode with Stefan, they couldn't really get it back. Well, the game was pretty fun though. The game was pretty fun. It was nice to watch, and we should do that more often. I should also get a little bit more better in these in this casting stuff, so I actually find the stuff that I want to find. The one thing that I'm definitely still thinking about is how the sound in the spectator modes works. Like, what do I need to click? Which player do I need to have taken so I can actually hear the sound of a fight, or at least one side of the fight, you know? I think it was just a horse diff. I could be Source while he couldn't beat Flash Source. Maybe. Flash is just insane, man. Could be. I didn't think that Sapphire Lynx were playing bad at all. I think Sapphire Lynx were just playing a little bit more greedy here, definitely. And that might have coincided in not being able to block the warfare. Because if we check the building upgrades, a lot more than Flash. 3 more building upgrades. That's the big difference. That's a big difference. That's basically the second futile, right? But then you lose it to the wolf is the problem. That's a big problem. Flash basically just fully going for gold here and getting ready. You must have sacrificed people or something for skills. Could be.